I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me and want me to call you on your BS, my coaching information is in the description below in this video. I want to talk about self-concept because I feel like we need to have a conversation about self-concept. So when I am talking about self-concept, I'm talking about the thoughts that you think about yourself. And there are different layers to this, but who you think you are, your identity, the things that you think about your appearance and the way that you act and how other people view you is also part of your self-concept. The labels that you have given yourself as to who you are is your self-concept. And anything about yourself that you don't like, whether it's a personality trait or a physical trait or a health or whatever, any limitations you are putting on yourself because of anything that happened to you in your past or who you just, I'm always like this, any of that shit, anything you think about yourself or that you think people think about you is your self-concept. That's what your self-concept is. The way you change your self-concept is by changing the way that you view yourself. I used to tell myself all the time, I'm so shy, I'm so quiet, I could never be on camera. I hate being on camera. I hate the way I look. I hate the way I sound on camera. I had to change that because I didn't want to be that person. So I decided to change it and tell myself I'm confident and I'm amazing, and I am perfect as my blanket affirmation to change my entire self-concept. So when I would be like, oh my God, I'm ugly. No, I'm perfect. I'm so beautiful. If I'm perfect, that means I'm beautiful. Stop fucking telling yourself that. Oh, I don't know if I'm smart enough to do. No, I know everything. I know everything I need to know about anything. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. I have all the answers. I don't know if that person would like me, and no, everyone fucking loves me. I'm everyone's favorite. That's your self-concept. When you're looking at your self-concept, you need to look at who you identify as, the things that you tell yourself consistently, and just like anything else, accept or reject it. Same with what other people think of you. This is where other people don't have free will in your reality. Don't allow yourself to be thinking, oh, maybe they don't like me, or maybe they don't want me, or maybe I'm not good enough for them. They see me as the most amazing person. I am the most amazing person, and everybody knows that. Everyone loves me. Everyone treats me with kindness and respect. That kind of shit. I'm always wanted. I'm always chosen. Your self-concept is not only how you identify yourself, but it's how you think other people view you. And if you don't like how you think or what you think people are thinking about you or what you think about yourself, you can fucking change it. It's choice. I know it's uncomfortable. I fucking know it's uncomfortable. When you are used to being your biggest bully and your biggest critic, it is fucking uncomfortable. And if you're like me, I had these, oh, well, I'll be pretty when XYZ happens, and I can't tell myself I'm pretty until then. If you're like me, I did so much gaining and losing weight in my life. Even at my absolute skinniest, I would still tell myself I was fat. And you wonder why the fucking fat came back, why I grew in size again. Because that's what I fucking concentrated on. I never changed this. I did all the work to change my body, but I didn't change the way I viewed myself. Stop doing that. Stop being mean to yourself. Stop calling yourself names. You're creating your own misery by being mean to yourself. That voice in your head that tells you all that shit isn't yours. It was given to you by other people who made you feel like you were ugly and made you feel like you were less than and made you feel like whatever because they were calling you names or whatever. You're a fucking adult now, and that shit only continues to control you if you allow it to. This is where if you have deep-rooted shit that you really need to work with somebody through, I highly recommend going to therapy. I've gone to therapy and I did get to the root of those problems in therapy, but the problem I had was, okay, I know that like there were 5 or 10 different events in my life that really shaped me into who I was. But until I found Neville, until I found the law of assumption, until I found revision, until I figured out what the fuck reality actually is and that I have full control over it, I allowed that shit to continue to play in my head. And then I finally had enough and decided I was going to change it. And I started being nice to myself. And I started telling myself I was beautiful. And I didn't change anything. It was a fucking moment decision to start talking to myself differently without anything changing in my body or anything. With my behavior, any of it. I just decided I was no longer that fucking person. And I decided everyone loves and adores me, I'm everyone's favorite. So whenever I'm, oh, maybe this, nope, everyone loves and adores me, I'm everyone's favorite. No one has free will in your reality. They're thinking whatever you think they're thinking. They will mirror that back to you. And if you think, oh, no one likes me and I'm too shy and I'm too ugly and blah, 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 guess what? You're right. Because you're making yourself right. You're choosing that experience. The other part of self-concept that I need you guys to grasp here is your belief in manifestation. Your ability to create your reality is part of your self-concept. Telling yourself that, you know, you don't believe or that it may not be possible or that you're not powerful enough or it won't work for you is part of your self-concept. And you need to be telling yourself, I believe in the law. I know this works. It works for me every time. I'm so fucking good at it. My affirmation, I've said this before, I know everything there is to know about manifesting and fully understand it. You need to create those beliefs within yourself and choose that version of you. Choose to be the person who knows how to manifest, who understands what they're doing, who doesn't need to watch video after video after video searching for answers. Because I will tell you from fucking experience, I did not feel like I understood. I kept telling myself, I don't understand. I felt like there was just like one piece missing. There's just one thing missing. There's one thing missing. I don't understand. And until I really grasped what I was doing and decided, no, I know what the fuck I'm doing, because everyone's telling me the same thing. I feel like I understand it, but I don't. The problem was me telling myself I didn't understand. That's what it was. So choose to be the version of you who knows how to manifest and believes in manifesting and always gets what they want. The other thing I want to bring up in this video is telling yourself that you are enough. You are enough, or that you are more than enough, or however that feels good for you to word it. I had completely forgotten about this until recently, but I had seen a talk that Marissa Peer did for Mind Valley. She's a hypnotherapist, works with all kinds of people, and she did a talk. It's on YouTube. I'll try to see if I can find it and link it if I remember. But she talks about how with all of her clients, no matter what they're going through, the root of their problem is that they don't feel like they are enough. And I watched that talk and she's like, right, I am enough on all your mirrors. And when you're in the shower, tell yourself, I am enough. So robotically affirm, I am enough. And she's like, I've seen so many people completely change their life by changing that one perspective of themselves. If that is something that you need to tell yourself, then you need to fucking tell yourself that. That needs to be one of your affirmations. It was something I did before I even found robotic affirmations, or fucking, I think I may have found that before I even found Law of Assumption, honestly. I don't even remember. I was like, I do remember watching that and being like, and I see it a lot with people. Now that I'm interacting with more people and speaking on the law more, I see it a lot. It really does come back to people don't feel like they are enough. They don't feel wanted. They don't feel chosen. They don't feel worthy. They don't feel deserving. That kind of shit. And if you find that that is a big problem, that you keep being like, oh, well, I wouldn't be good enough for that or whatever, your core beliefs are what's manifesting. And if you deeply in yourself feel that way, like that is true about yourself, if you don't start to shift that through telling yourself that that is no longer true, it is going to continue to plague your entire life. This is where people are like, you can manifest everything just with your self-concept. And I somewhat agree with that. But if you are not going to change you, again, all of this is about changing you. If you are going to keep those beliefs and you're going to keep bullying yourself and you're going to keep allowing that shit to dictate everything, it doesn't matter how much work you do toward your SP or toward money or toward whatever the fuck it is that you want. That shit is going to keep you from getting where you want to go. And this is a journey about changing you and becoming the best version of you. And the best version of you, who has everything that they want, knows at their core that they are more than enough, that they are worthy and deserving of everything they want, that they can have anything they want, that they are always wanted and chosen. Because if you're operating from that place of none of that shit being true, everything else has to reflect that back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.